She showed up at my door with a clipboard, a highlighted copy of the HOA bylaws, and the confidence of someone who had never once been told no in her 0,088 seconds entire life. She pointed straight at my shed and said, and I quote, "That structure is illegal. It violates our 0,1515 seconds community standards, and I'm having it removed by Friday." Friday. She gave me a deadline, and she smiled when she said 0,2424 seconds it, like she had already won. But here's what Karen didn't know. Here's what completely unraveled her little Friday deadline. I had a permit. Not just any. 0,3333 seconds permit, a city-issued, fully stamped, legally binding building permit that had been approved, filed, and recorded months before she ever knocked on my 0,4141 seconds door. And when I pulled that document out and held it in front of her face, everything changed. Stay until the end. 0,4848 seconds because this story gets so much better in the HOA board meeting that followed. 0,5353 seconds. Let's just say Karen did not have a good night. If you've ever dealt with an out-of-control HOA, smash that subscribe button right now because this channel, 1,011 minute, 1 second the HOA fallout, is where they finally lose. Let me give you the full context because this didn't happen overnight. 1,091 minute, 9 seconds. About 18 months ago, I decided I needed more storage space. My garage had turned into a graveyard of half-finished projects. 1,171 minute, 17 second seasonal gear, and tools I couldn't even get to anymore because of all the clutter. So, I did what any reasonable homeowner does. I researched. I planned. 1,251 minute, 25 seconds, and I decided to build a proper storage shed in my backyard. Nothing outrageous. 1,301 minute, 30 seconds. A 12 by 6 structure, good-looking materials, neutral color that match my house, proper foundation, something that 1,381 minute, 38 seconds would add value, not subtract it. Now, here's the part most people skip, and it's the part that saved me entirely. 1,451 minute, 45 seconds. Before I order a single board or poured a single inch of concrete, I went to my city's building department. I filed for a building permit. I submitted my site. 1,541 minute, 54 seconds plan showing the shed's exact location, its dimensions, its distance from the property lines, and the type of 2,012 minutes, 1 second construction I was using. The city reviewed it. They approved it, and I paid for that permit and received it in 2,072 minutes, 7 seconds writing, fully stamped, fully recorded in the city's public database. This is not something Karen bothered to check. 2,142 minutes, 14 seconds before she came for me. And that oversight is what made this entire confrontation so deeply satisfying. 2,222 minutes, 22 seconds construction took about 3 weekends. 2,252 minutes, 25 seconds. The shed went up beautifully. My neighbors to the left actually complimented it. My neighbor directly behind me said it was nicer than his. 2,332 minutes, 33 seconds, and for about 4 months, everything was completely fine until Karen got a new role on the HOA Architectural Review Committee. It was a Saturday morning. I 2,422 minutes, 42 seconds was drinking coffee in my kitchen when I heard the knock. I opened the door and there she was, Karen. I'd seen her around the neighborhood. She's the type. 2,502 minutes, 50 seconds who photographs trash cans left out an hour too long and sends passive-aggressive emails through the HOA portal. I knew exactly who I was dealing. 2,592 minutes, 59 seconds with before she said a single word. She introduced herself as a member of the Architectural Review Committee, said she. 3,063 minutes, 6 seconds had received a community concern about my backyard structure and had conducted a visual inspection from the common area pathway that runs behind our properties. 3,153 minutes, 15 seconds she told me the shed was not approved by the HOA Architectural Committee, that it violated the community's aesthetic standards, that it was too close to the 3,243 minutes, 24 seconds rear property line according to her interpretation of the CC and RS, and that I had 30 days to remove it or the HOA would pursue enforcement action. 3,323 minutes, 32 seconds including fines and ultimately forced removal of my expense. She handed me a printed letter, official HOA letterhead. 3,423 minutes, 42 seconds 3 pages. She had clearly put real time into this and she stood there on my porch with that clipboard waiting for me. 3,493 minutes, 49 seconds to react the way she expected, nervous, apologetic, defeated. Instead, I said, "Give me 1 moment." I walked back. 3,583 minutes, 58 seconds inside, opened my filing cabinet, pulled out my permit folder, walked back to the door, and handed her the city permit. I watched her face change in real time. 4,074 minutes, 7 seconds she looked at it. She looked back at me. 4,094 minutes, 9 seconds she looked at it again. "This is a city permit," she said. I confirmed that yes, it was. She said the HOA still had. 4,174 minutes, 17 seconds authority over aesthetic standards and committee approval. I told her she was welcome to pursue that and that I looked forward to hearing from the HOAs. 4,254 minutes, 25 seconds attorney about how a validly issued city building permit interacted with HOA enforcement authority. She did not have a response to that. She left. And the 4,344 minutes, 34 seconds letter, by the way, went straight into my evidence folder. Here's what a lot of homeowners don't realize, and I want to For colon 4 24 minutes, 42 seconds. Be really clear about this because it matters. An HOA is a private contractual organization. When you buy a home in an for colon 4 94 minutes, 49 seconds HOA community, you agree to their CC and RS their covenants, conditions, and restrictions. And yes, HOAs can have for colon 5 84 minutes, 58 seconds real authority over things like architectural changes, aesthetic standards, and property use. That authority is real, and you should take 5 colon 0 65 minutes, 6 seconds it seriously. But this is a huge but an HOA cannot override local municipal law. 5 colon 125 minutes, 12 seconds. A city building permit is issued under municipal authority. It establishes that your structure is legal under zoning. 5 colon 205 minutes, 20 seconds. Code, setback requirements, and building safety standards established by your actual government. The HOA is not a government. They do not have the power. 5 colon 295 minutes, 29 seconds. Order the demolition of a structure that a city has approved. What they can do, 5 colon 425 minutes, 42 seconds. Non-discriminatory way. But that's a much harder case to make when the city has already reviewed your plans and issued formal approval. It also creates 5 colon 525 minutes, 52 seconds. A significant paper trail for you as the homeowner because you followed the proper process, documented everything, and 6 colon 006 minutes have government records supporting your position. I had also, as it turned out, checked the HOA's own CC and RS before. 6 colon 086 minutes, 8 seconds. Building. The architectural review section required prior written approval for structures over 100 square feet. My 6 colon 156 minutes, 15 second. Shed was 192 square feet, so technically, I should have submitted an architectural review request. But here's where it got 6 colon 236 minutes, 23 seconds. Interesting. The CC and RS also stated that the architectural committee had 30 days to respond to any submission, and 6 colon 306 minutes, 30 seconds. If no response was given, the request was deemed automatically approved. I had submitted an email inquiry to the 6 colon 386 minutes, 38 seconds architectural committee email address before construction. I had never received a response. I had the email. I had the timestamps. Automatic approval. 6 colon 486 minutes, 48 seconds. 3 weeks after Karen's visit, I received a certified letter informing me that my situation would be reviewed at the next HOA board meeting, and that I was 6 colon 566 minutes, 56 seconds. Invited to attend. I showed up with a folder with a printed copy of my city permit, my architectural inquiry email. 7 colon 047 minutes, 4 seconds. The 30-day automatic approval clause highlighted in yellow, and a brief type summary of the relevant municipal code sections. The board had 5 members. 7 colon 147 minutes, 14 seconds. Karen was presenting. She had put together what I can only describe as a slide presentation printed on regular 7 colon 207 minutes, 20 seconds paper, and stapled, laying out why my shed needed to come down. She cited CCNR sections. She cited community concerns. 7 colon 297 minutes, 29 seconds. She cited the visual appearance of a structure as inconsistent with neighborhood standards. It was my turn. 7 colon 367 minutes, 36 seconds. I presented the permit. I presented the email. I quoted the 30-day auto approval clause word for word directly from there. 7 colon 437 minutes, 43 seconds. Own CC and RS. I cited the municipal code section establishing that a city permit supersedes HOA objections on 7 colon 517 minutes, 51 seconds. Structural legality. I was calm. I was organized. I was polite. The board chair, who I want to be clear, was not Karen. Karen is just a committee member. 8 colon 018 minutes, 1 second. Asked the board to take a brief recess. 8 colon 038 minutes, 3 seconds. They came back 12 minutes later. The chair announced that after reviewing the materials I had submitted, the board found that the structure had been 8 colon 118 minutes, 11 seconds properly permitted at the municipal level, and that the HOA's architectural inquiry process had resulted in an automatic approval under section 7.4. 8 colon 208 minutes, 20 seconds. The CC and RS. No enforcement action would be taken. Case closed. Karen stared at the table the entire time. He 8 colon 278 minutes, 27 seconds. Was reading that. She did not make eye contact with anyone in the room. She packed up her stapled slide presentation and she left before the meeting ended. 8 colon 368 minutes, 36 seconds. I'm telling you this story not to embarrass Karen. Okay, maybe a little, but because this outcome was not luck. 8 colon 438 minutes, 43 seconds. This outcome was documentation. This was me taking 30 minutes before I ever broke ground to go get a permit. This was me. 8 colon 508 minutes, 50 seconds. Sending a 2-paragraph email to the architectural committee and saving the sent copy. This was me reading my CC. 8 colon 578 minutes, 57 seconds. And RS, which I know nobody does, but please read your CC and RS and know what the rules actually said versus what someone wanted me to believe they said. 9 colon 069 minutes, 6 seconds. HOAs count on homeowners being unaware. 9 colon 099 minutes, 9 seconds. They count on you not knowing the difference between what they're allowed to enforce and what they're just claiming they can enforce. Knowledge is 9 colon 169 minutes, 16 seconds. The entire ballgame here. Get your permits, read your governing documents, document your communications, save your 9 colon 239 minutes, 23 seconds. Mails. And when someone shows up at your door with a clipboard and a deadline, don't panic. Pull out your folder. The HOA is not all powerful. 9:329 minutes, 32 seconds. They are a contractual organization with defined authority and defined limits. 9:389 minutes, 38 seconds. Know those limits and they lose their power over you very quickly. If this story resonated with you, if you've had 9:49 minutes, 44 seconds your own Karen with a clipboard moment, or if you're currently in a fight with your HOA and you're not sure what your rights actually or want to hear about it, drop your story in the comments. 9:559 minutes, 55 seconds. Seriously, every comment gets read on this channel. And if you want to see more real stories, real confrontations, 10:0210 minutes, 2 seconds and real outcomes from homeowners who refuse to just roll over, subscribe to the HOA Fallout. Hit the bell so you 10:0910 minutes, 9 seconds. Don't miss a single upload because every week on this channel, the HOA comes for someone and every week we show you 10:1710 minutes, 17 seconds exactly how to fight back. This has been the HOA Fallout. I'll see you in the next.